So much fun. You. Oh my god, guys. I had the craziest morning today. I went to try and start my motorcycle. I thought, yeah, I'll go get some petrol now. I'll pump up the tires. I'll look after it. Hopped on the bike, had everything ready, backpack on, everything ready. Went to start up the motorcycle and nothing. Absolutely no juice. So I have no jumper leads at this point. I'm like, how am I going to get my motorbike started? So I thought, I'll just ask my neighbor. I'll knock on his door. I'll be like, hey man, do you have any jumper leads? So I went and did that. My neighbor is like 70 years old, by the way. So he's always got like a lot of tools and all that stuff. So pretty much I'm like, oh yeah, he'll have it for sure. So asked him for some jumper leads. He comes out. He's like, I just give it a go. I'm like, alright, give it another go. Still nothing. We tried this another 4 or 5 times. Because he's trying to tell me that it might have some excess fuel and stuff it's going to push out of the exhaust or something. I don't know. So anyway, he's like, well, I don't want to go get the jumper leads and mess around with all of that. Can you start it if I start to push you? And I'm like, yeah, I have done that before, but because he was old, I didn't want him to push my motorbike and start to have a stroke or something, because he's doing something that's really physically exerting. And anyway, eventually I was like, all right, yeah, we can try that, because he was that adamant on it. So in my driveway, it doesn't really have a hill, but it had a slight decline. So I was like, all right, we'll just do it here. So we tried it once and nothing. Tried it a second time, almost started. Tried it a third time, and hallelujah, did it work. So it sounded terrible when it first started. Pretty sure nothing, it just didn't sound good at all. So I managed to keep the revs up for a little bit and then switch it into first and take it for a ride. Charged up the battery, ran it after that again, and it's sweet. It's fine. It's working good now. Hasn't messed up. Sounds alright when I'm riding it, so it's all fixed. Just had a bit of a dead battery issue, unfortunately, and that's kind of the first time where I've had to get someone to push start it. So there you go. My 70-year-old neighbor helped me push start my motorbike. So one thing I didn't know, though, that my neighbor actually helped me with, and I was like, whew, man, I didn't actually really know that. So I learned something. He told me that because it's a manual bike, if he's pushing the bike, I'm holding in the clutch, it's in neutral, he's pushing my motorbike, down the little bit of a decline driveway that I had. Try not to have a heart attack. And he's just, once it gains enough speed, just let out the clutch, and that should actually, no, my motorbike was not in neutral. My motorbike was in second gear. Let me just state that my motorbike was in second gear the whole time. Okay, so my motorbike is in second gear, and he's like, all right, once it gains enough speed, just let out the clutch slowly, and it should turn over and it should start to work. So I thought that you get enough speed, holding the clutch, then I hit the ignition button, so that's what I was doing. Silly old me. What do I know? I haven't been on this earth for 70 years. So my neighbor is just like, yeah, just don't even bother about that. Just let out the clutch slowly, and yeah, it'll turn over. I was a bit skeptical, to be honest. I don't know why. You know, what do I know, right? Silly old me. So I just let out the clutch slowly with a little bit of speed in like second gear, and sure enough, it started. I, for some reason, thought that you had to push the start ignition button, right, to get it going, and like put on the throttle a little bit. Oh, was I wrong? So there you go. I learned something when someone's trying to push you, give you a push start. So there you go for all you guys who might not be able to get your motorcycle started right now. That's a little tip for you. Put it in second gear, get someone to push you, gain enough speed, and just let out the clutch, and hopefully it starts. Try it a couple times. I had to try it 3 times. So my neighbour got a bit of a workout today, and the reason why, you know, my motorbike wasn't starting is it's winter here, you know, and it's starting to get very, very cold. Motorcycles tend to not like the cold. I keep my motorcycle outside with a cover on it, so the engine's always going to be, you know, cold. And I hadn't started it in about a week. So if you've got your motorcycle, it's stored in a cold, like, in a really cold spot, just start it up every day or every second day. Take it for a spin around the block, charge up the battery, so you don't have to get your 70-year-old neighbor to help you push start the bike. And yeah, I thought I'll share that with you. I thought it was a pretty funny story, but yeah, I learned something, so there you go. Old people know their stuff. Anyway, I'm on my way to the jiu-jitsu now. It's getting dark, possibly might rain, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!